Hi everybody, welcome back to the island, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing and showing you how I set up these Miller engineering signs. So let's get into it. Alright, so I purchased these signs from Miller Engineering Direct a couple weeks ago, and now it's time to unbox them and take a look at them. So first I'm going to open up the bulldozer sign. That is the statewide equipment sales. Now this packaging is a little different from the B&O packaging, as the B&O packaging it's just a plastic bag, but this is an actual plastic container almost. I'm going to go ahead and open right now. Just go ahead and nicely open it up. Alright, so right off the bat we have our sign. Now it's very important to not flex these signs too much, so I'm gently going to take the sign out of the box. Here you go, there's the sign. I'm going to put it down right flat on my table. Now let's see what else comes in the box. That's our description background. That's on the front of the box. This also serves as our instruction manual, as it will open up and show you how to wire up the sign. Alright, and also in the box we have our wiring, batteries, and our sticky control panel / PCB. And that all comes in this little plastic bag. Now, these Miller engineering signs are powered by 3 AA batteries, which are not included with the sign, so you have to provide those yourself. So let's go ahead and take the bag apart. Alright. So inside the plastic bag, again, we have our wire harness connected to our PCB board with our switches, as well as our battery pack right here. So let's go ahead and move these to another working area and get started with the setup. Alright, so now that I've moved everything around, let's take a look at what you get out of the packaging once again. So, first of all, you have your sign itself, which is the bulldozer sign. And then secondly, you have your PCB board, your wire harness, as well as your battery pack. And then you also have your instruction manual. Now, for those purchasing the bulldozer sign specifically, you do not get these plastic stands that come with most other Miller engineering signs. So you have to provide your own for these, as I have these 2 extra laying around that I'm just going to use for this bulldozer sign. Also, what is not provided to you is the AAA batteries to go inside the battery pack. You will also have to provide those yourself. So let's get started wiring it up. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is put the sign itself together. So the way I'm going to do that is use these 2 stands as well, put them evenly on the sign, and the way I'm going to attach them is through the application of this Mike's Heavy Duty Crafters Super Glue. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take a toothpick, kind of gently go inside the glue, get some glue on the toothpick, and then gently kind of apply it to the plastic stand here, plastic billboard stand here. Now just want to get just a little bit of glue on, nothing crazy, and then I'll eventually put this on the sign itself. Alright, so now that I've painstakingly got my gray plastic support beams glued onto the sign, let's go ahead and plug in the PCB support plug. So one thing to note when using most of these Miller engineering signs is to remember to plug in this plug here correctly. So on most signs again, and especially on this sign, you want to line up the white circle to face the same side as the back of the sign as I'm showing right now. So now I'll go ahead and plug it in and we'll go to the next step. Okay, so now you can see that I've got the sign all built in together. Now we can start to play with it a little bit. So one thing you can do right now is to test the function of the sign, make sure everything's working correctly before you put it in a final spot. So to do this, you're going to want to flip that switch on. So I'm just going to hold down the board, and hopefully you can see, thanks to the lighting here on the camera, that the sign is on and the sign is blinking. Now you could use this button right here. It's a little hard to see because of the wire, but you can use that button to change the type of style of blinking that the lights on the sign do blink. So I'll go ahead and show you to that in more depth and clarity in the next shot. Alright, so now I have the sign in its final resting place, and as you can see I've covered most of the sign's wire by some Woodland Scenics lichen, to give the sign's appearance a more realistic effect and not a appearance of, oh, I just threw it on the table and that's that. So over here is where I have the sign switch, as I've used the sticky piece on the bottom of the PCB board to attach to the battery pack, and that's how I have it sitting right there, and the switches are open for me to press to change the sign's blinking technique as well as to turn the sign on and off. Now going back to the sign, you can see that I did place the sign on the gravel here next to my gas station, and I did put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the sign to hold it in place. And now you can see that the sign is going and ready for display.